Hey everybody, it's Jay from Three Rivers Outdoors. We're back, springtime here in Western Pennsylvania. We're getting ready to start our garden. We're starting doing some trout fishing, and I have a unique project I'm going to work on this morning because I got hungry for pickled eggs. I don't know if you've ever had a pickled egg, but it's a great snack to take with you, especially if you're spending time at the creek and you just want something quick to eat that's very filling and delicious. If you don't know me by now, you should know that everything I eat is going to be considerably spicy, so we're going to show you a quick recipe on how to make spicy pickled eggs today, so stay tuned. So we're going to make about 28 or 32 eggs, I forget. First thing you need to do is get your canning pot out and make sure that you boil your jars, lids, and rings to make sure that everything is clean. The next thing I like to do is I like to get my ingredients ready. So I start with a bowl of fresh hard-boiled eggs. Hopefully you know how to make a hard-boiled egg. I've diced up 6 jalapeno peppers with the seeds. This is 6 fingerling hot peppers also with the seeds. We're going to add in black peppercorn. We're going to add in some minced garlic. And then I've sliced onion, as you can see. This onion is just in chunks, and we're going to kind of squeeze this in the sides to fill in the jars. So guys, one of the things that we are going to do is we are going to eliminate water from this batch of pickled eggs. If you look online at recipes range from 50% vinegar to 50% water. I like my pickled eggs to be a little bit tangier and a little bit spicier, so I'm going to eliminate the water. And what we're going to do right now is we're just going to have a total of 6 cups white vinegar. And we're going to do this because we have about 3 to 4 jars of eggs, what we can anticipate. This part of the process is called making a brine. So with our 6 cups white vinegar, we're going to put it into a large sauce pot. That'll fill it about halfway. Don't worry, if you run out, just remember your ratios. You can always make more very, very quickly. What we're going to do is we're going to add a 1/4 cup of plain white sugar. And then I like it, again, a little saltier, a little spicier. So we're going to add about a 1/2 cup of Morton's all-natural canning and pickling salt. And there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to heat this on the stove until this mixture gets completely dissolved, and we'll show you what's next. So here you can see there's still a little bit of sugar and salt granules in the bottom. So you just want to gently stir this a little bit. You don't want to heat it up too much, but you want to bring it right to a boil and then stop. You don't want to cook this. During this process, at about which time the granules dissolve, I like to throw in a handful of black peppercorns. Okay, it appears that most of the sugar and salt have dissolved. So now it's time, we're going to bring this to a boil and then we're going to stop it. But I'm going to put just I don't know, that's probably maybe 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons. I'm just going to put those black peppercorns in there. Again, we want these to be spicy. You can make them any way you want, but this is how I like to make mine. What I like to do too during this, I like to put a few jalapenos down each side, tuck those in if I can, to try to fill up as many of the holes as possible so that you really get a good flavor inside of there. So I'm going to throw a couple of these smaller peppers in to fill some of those holes. A couple pieces of onion. A few more peppers. And then hopefully we'll be able to fit maybe 2 more eggs. And you want to leave about 1 centimeter of headspace on top, maybe to 1/2 inch. We could probably fit a few more of these little peppers on each side and maybe a jalapeno. So this is kind of what you want your jar to look like once it's full. Now, the next step is to spoon your brine into your filled jars with your eggs. Some of your peppercorns are going to float to the top, some aren't. What I like to do, I actually like to use a measuring cup because it kind of gives me an idea not only how much am I spooning in, but also I can see sort of how many peppercorns I'm getting. So this is probably about maybe 1.5 cups. You want to fill it, leave a little bit of headspace. Then you want to move on to your next. Again, leaving a little bit of headspace there. All 3 are about equal. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your cleaned and dried rings. You want to make sure that you've kept your edges clean. I wiped these off before I filled them. You're going to put a lid on each. You're going to loosely thread a ring on. Hand tighten. Like so. And these are going to go into our boiling water bath for 15 minutes. So the easiest way to put them in your boiling water bath is if you have one of these canning baskets. What you want to do is you want to kind of spread them out about 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Remember, we're going to be putting a 4th, which is some extra peppers and things that we had that we're going to also pickle. So I'm going to use that extra one to balance it out. What you do, you just gently set these down in the water. Like so. You cover and you boil for 15 minutes. Oh, we're a little more than halfway there. We're on the last minute. Can't wait to show you what these guys look like. So hey guys, thanks for watching Three Rivers Outdoors, how we make our pickled eggs. I just want to show you kind of what the finished product looks like. They're still very hot, so I'm going to use my tongs. You can sort of see here, you're still going to see things rising and falling. There's going to be some bubbles in there. One of the things you got to do is be really patient. And the hardest part about pickled eggs is waiting the 2 weeks that it takes for the flavor to infuse throughout the entire egg. One of the things you have to make sure of after this bath, you're going to hear some pops. Those pops are going to be the lids going down. That's actually what's going to seal. These were a conglomerate of some peppers and things that we had, that I mentioned before in the video. But we want to make sure all of these lids pop. Usually it takes about an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes a little longer. You can check them just by gently pressing down on them to make sure that they don't make that noise, like a click, 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 click noise. But we're really excited to have these in the next 2 weeks. I love them because they're great on the trail. They're great at the stream. You can pop them a couple in a bag and take them with you. They're packed with protein, obviously packed with flavor. But I just want to thank you for tuning in to Three Rivers Outdoors today. I really support and thank you for really supporting our channel. We've had a lot of success lately. And check out our other videos, so please like and subscribe this one. Check out our video on cleaning wipes, hand sanitizer, and a couple of the other things that are pertinent to COVID-19 right now. But again, really appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you have a great day. We hope you try this yourself. Thanks.